Luke 1:42 through 44 says, "And she cried out with a loud voice and said, 'Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of your womb. And how has it happened to me that the mother of my Lord would come for me? And behold, the sound of your greeting reached my ears, that the baby leapt in my womb for joy.'" Well, if you're joining us in reading through this 25-day reading plan, today's reading is Luke chapter 1, verses 39 through 45, and I encourage you to read that passage. Now, the story we read today is very interesting for a number of reasons. First, you have the contrast of a very young woman and a very old woman. Both weren't supposed to be pregnant. Elizabeth because of her age, and Mary because she was not married. This contrast can show the working of God, and He does not depend on physical age or stature or status. It depends on submission in our lives. Secondly, Elizabeth immediately recognized that Mary was carrying God, the God-man. She addresses Mary as the mother of my Lord. Now, this is an indication that she understood Mary's position in God's plan. I'd also like to point out that there's a very important theological significance to this statement. A man by the name of Nestorius, now he was in 386 through 451 AD, created quite a controversy when he announced that Mary was the Christ carrier and not the God carrier. Now, we may miss the significance of these words unless we look at their true meaning. In Greek, Mary is known as the Theotokos, or the God carrier. This term signifies Christ, that He is God and He is man, fully each. Nestorius wanted to use the term Christotokos, meaning Christ or Messiah carrier. This term emphasizes Jesus' role as Redeemer and de-emphasizes His role as God. Without being the God-man, fully God and fully man, Jesus cannot be our Savior. Nestorius' position was, and it caused such a ruckus in the church that a council had to be called, and all the bishops attended this meeting in Ephesus to decide the significance of Nestorius' position. This council debated the significance of Christ's nature, and on June 22, 431 AD, Nestorius was deposed as the Bishop of Constantinople and sent into exile. It was confirmed that Mary should be known as the God carrier rather than the Christ carrier. Now, we might ask why such a small thing might mean so much. The answer is that if Jesus is not fully God and not fully man, that He could not have been our Savior. He must be fully God to be perfect, and He must be fully man to be our kinsman redeemer. Without both, we have no Savior. Now, it's important to understand what we believe and why we believe it. Words have meanings. Terms have meanings. We must understand not only the terms, but also the history behind the terms so that we can be accurate and have an effective walk with Christ.